The name's Case. Justin Case. I'm a private investigator. You know, I've taken on a lot of strange and interesting cases on in my time, but none quite as strange as this one. You see, it was a semi-chilly mid-October evening when I was going through some files in my office and I suddenly got a call. That's when it all started.
Case Detective Agencies, this is Justin Case speaking.
Yeah, hey, Justin, it's me, Dean.
No, what do you have for me, Dean?
I know this is gonna seem odd, but I can't tell you over the phone. Just meet me over at Lou's Diner.
It did seem odd. Have dinner? At Lou's Diner? We usually only ate there for breakfast. Last time we had dinner there, Dean was sick in bed for 2 days afterwards. Personally, I think it was the meatloaf. Or maybe the fried fish. Either way, this was out of the ordinary. Something was definitely up.
What's this really about, Dean?
Just meet me over at Lou's in a half an hour.
But Dean.
I gotta go. Meet me over at Lou's, all right?
Dean! Dean!
I didn't know what was going on, but I knew it was something big. You know, I don't know how I knew it, but we detectives kind of have a sixth sense for this kind of thing. We can tell when something major is going on. I didn't know what it was, but I had to get down to Lou's Diner, and fast.
Come in.
Excuse me, Mr. Is that a rubber band gun?
No. Why? All right. What is it, Echo?
Okay, look, I know you were waiting to see how the week went, but your mom is having the grand opening of her coffee shop, and she wants us to RSVP so she knows how much food to get. Should I let her know you'll be there?
My new intern, Echo Moon. Don't ask about the name. She's a business student at the local community college and had to fulfill her internship requirement by working at a small office in the local area. I personally wanted some free extra filing done. So it's a kind of like a symbiotic relationship. You know, like the birds that eat the parasites off the hippos' backs. Except neither of us eat parasites. Or are birds. Or hippos. I guess the metaphor doesn't really work, but you know what does work? Is the relationship. That works.
Echo, why are you here so late?
Well, there's just a lot to do, Mr. Case. It's like no one's ever filed a single piece of paperwork in this office.
Whoa, wow, that's odd, and no clue how that would happen. Anyways, I don't have time right now to pay attention to my mom opening some dumb shop. I gotta get out of here soon. I gotta go meet Dean down at Lou's Diner.
Okay, you're the boss, but don't blame me if you can't get into the party. If she's having unlimited lattes.
Unlimited lattes? Like unlimited? Okay, fine. RSVP for the both of us. I'll show up if there's coffee.
Yes, sir, Mr. Case.
Unlimited lattes? Who could say no to that? Even if it did mean going to your mom's party and giving some sort of weird speech. But I had no time to think about that right now. I had to get down to Lou's and meet up with Dean.
One order of meatloaf. Can I get you anything else, Dean?
This should do it. Thanks, Peggy.
All right, let me know if you need anything else, hon. How about you, Walter? Do you need a warm-up on your coffee?
When you get a chance. Thanks, Peggy.
Of course.
I was wondering when you were gonna get here, Justin.
Dean, how'd you know it was me?
You aren't exactly a ninja, my friend.
Alright.
Check that out. Justin, you're gonna need to open it.
Yes, of course. I was just checking for prints.
Just showed up on the windshield of my truck. As you can see, hopefully it has my name on it.
It was the first clue of my new case. As a detective, it's my job to notice the things that nobody else really does. The band was certainly rubber, and the bills seemed genuine. But the thing that caught my eye was the note. It said, "This should cover the truck repairs."
Truck repairs. Truck repairs. What could that mean?
What could it mean? Justin, it says exactly what it's for. A couple days ago, my tow truck broke down. That is exactly the amount of money that I need for my truck repair.
Fascinating. So we know what the money is for, but who is it from?
Exactly. I want you to find out who it was so I can thank him.
This is a very interesting case you've got here, Dean. Wow.
Hey, did you guys hear about what happened at the post office this morning?
What do you mean, Peggy?
Well, everyone's talking about it. Apparently, Henry was out on his mail run this morning, and one of the mail bags got thrown off the back of the truck. It was missing for hours, and Henry went up and down the route looking for it. No one could find it. They even put out a reward for it. And then around 3 o'clock, I think, it just showed up at the post office. Everything intact.
You know, that certainly would have been bad if they lost a whole bag of mail. Do they know who did it?
Nobody knows. It just kinda showed up.
There certainly has been some strange stuff happening around here in town.
There sure has been.
There sure have been some strange things happening around town. From the anonymous gift on Dean's truck windshield, to the sudden reappearance of a bag of mail. Somehow I knew that these two things were connected. I just had to figure out how.
But I suppose it isn't a bad thing at all.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, all these good things happening all over town. It's crazy. What do you make of all this, Justin?
Well,
Hey there, Dean. Chase?
Hey, Officer Hayes, how are you?
Well, a bit tired if I'm honest. Did you hear about Henry this morning?
We just heard about it.
what have you found out about our mystery man, officer?
Oh, you mean the fellow that found the mailbag, don't you?
Yes.
Well, nothing. Kind of assumed he decided he wanted to remain anonymous, so that's about the end of that. I will say, though, he's been pretty busy lately.
What makes you say that, officer?
Well, yesterday, day before, young lady came by the station and she said she'd lost her cat. Wasn't a whole lot we could do for her, but told her to put up some signs around town. And wouldn't you know it, she went out and she put signs on every tree and pole in town offering a $50 reward for that cat.
$50, huh?
Well, wouldn't you know it, only about a half an hour she gets back, her doorbell rings, and there's the cat with a bow on its head. Nobody around to claim the $50.
Really?
Sure enough.
So, whoever found the cat didn't stick around for the $50 reward then, huh?
Nope.
I thought that sounded like you, Officer Hayes. Do you want any food or just the coffee?
Oh, just the coffee, Peggy. I gotta get going.
Oh yeah? What's going on now, Hayes?
Well, Miss Martinez is having to leave her townhouse. She can't afford the rent. She's got to be out by tomorrow. I told her I'd help her load up her furniture.
Oh, that's sweet of you. You know what? The coffee's on the house.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I stopped for it.
Well, of course. You're gonna need it. Miss Martinez is a bit of a collector, so you'll definitely want to fuel up.
All right. Here you go.
Have a good night, Walter.
Well,
Something was definitely going on here, but I still had to figure out what. You know, this wasn't my first case of unknown identity, and wouldn't be my last, but I had to get back to my office first to figure some stuff out. Also, I wanted to get out of here before Officer Hayes asked me to help move Miss Martinez. Don't want to deal with that.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta get back to my office. I'll see you both around.
See you, Justin.
Space.
Officer?
Oh, out the tow truck.
Yeah, that's good.
It certainly was an interesting case. As I researched further, it turns out that I found out that unexplained events had been happening in secret around town for the past few days. But as I researched more, all I found out were more questions, not answers. Questions like, who was responsible for all this? Why would they do it? What was their motivation? Was it one person or many? How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? Actually, no, scratch that last one.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Case, you startled me. What are you doing here so late?
I'm trying to piece together this new case, Echo. What are you doing here so late?
Well, Mr. Case, I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I can't find a box of files I set aside from all the investigations you did in March. I think it may have accidentally gone out in the recycling yesterday.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's not good. Hello, this is Justin Case speaking.
Justin, Officer Hayes here. Hey, I think I might have something for the case you're working on.
What you got for me, Hayes?
Well, I was over helping Miss Martinez move her stuff, and I found a box laying on the porch, gift wrapped and everything. So I brought it in to the widow. You'll never guess what was inside.
What was it?
Enough money to cover her entire rent.
No way.
Poor widow was left speechless.
All right, well, thank you for the information, Officer Hayes. I'll be right down there to check it out as soon as I can.
What is it, Mr. Case?
I gotta be down to Widow Martinez's place. Apparently, Officer Hayes says that he's got a clue for me down there.
Well, I'll try and come up with something about the files.
Hopefully so.
Justin, there you are.
It was as if a cold chill had suddenly filled the room. It was like all the air was suddenly sucked out and replaced with broken dreams. This is no ordinary old lady. When the boogeyman goes to bed at night, he checks under his bed to make sure that she's not there. The dinosaurs once backtalked her, and we all know what happened to them. You know, I'm pretty sure that she is the main reason that Waldo's still in hiding.
Justin, I need to speak to you. Oh, Echo, hi. What are you doing here so late?
Just finishing up some things, ma'am.
Oh, don't call me ma'am. Call me Karen.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't you let him make you work too hard. I know he could take advantage of you working for free, but make sure you get out of here at a reasonable hour.
Yes, ma'am.
Justin, I need to talk to you about some things.
I have a case. I need to go.
Case schmace, you're always on a case. If you ask me, he's the case that needs work.
Mom!
Justin, don't use that tone with me.
I'm on police business. I need to be going.
Oh, police business now.
Yeah, so I'll call you back after I'm done with the case, okay?
Really?
Yes, I will.
Okay, well, this time don't forget to call me back.
I won't.
All right, well, make sure you're careful, wear your seatbelt, son, and for goodness sake, be good to the police officers. That will take you so far in solving this case. I love you, bye. Imagine that, my son doing police work. It makes me so nervous when he's out there doing police work.
Of course, ma'am.
Well, Echo. What kind of name is Echo? Is that a family name?
No, my parents just liked it.
Oh, okay. Well, to each their own. I suppose everybody has their own kind of ideas. And you make sure you get yourself a good meal. You're just all skin and bones.
I will, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, well, I should probably get going, but it was really good to see you. Make sure you take care of yourself and try to keep track of that guy.
Thank you, ma'am. I cannot believe I put that box out in the recycling. Of all the boneheaded moves.
Hey, Echo, this was on the front porch as I was walking in. I don't know what it is, but it looked kind of important, so I figured out how to bring it in. Okay? I'll see you later. Have a good evening.
This is the missing case files. This is incredible. What is going on here?
This is like the stuff that happens in movies. This is crazy. I just can't.
Oh, hey, Justin. Did you hear what happened at Mason's Bridge this morning?
No, what happened?
Well, it's all over the news.
It's all over the news. Okay, what happened?
Well, so apparently some lady was coming into town and she slid on the icy roads and her car went right over to the edge of the bridge. She was just hanging there and she was trying to get her seatbelt off and she couldn't get it off. All of a sudden, somebody comes rushing out with a pair of scissors and cuts her seatbelt and pulls her from the car. Right as she gets out, the car goes rushing right over the edge into the river.
Oh, that's incredible. Who saved her?
Well, that's the crazy part. Nobody knows.
Yeah, everybody was so busy making sure that the lady was all right that nobody took the time, and by the time they realized it, whomever it was already gone.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't it?
It certainly was unbelievable. A woman gets pulled from her car at the last second before it gets thrown into a river. And a man comes to rescue without anyone seeing who it was. Something about this case is starting to pick up. But up until this point, I haven't seen anyone suspicious come into town. Something is going to turn up, though. I know it.
Well, I certainly don't understand it all. I guess I'll just have to leave it up to the professionals.
Pardon me. Where's the best place to get a cup of coffee around here?
Well, we have pretty good coffee here. Would you like me to get you a cup, Mr.?
Sorry, Sylvester Mulligan, but my friends call me Sly.
Well, would you like a cup of coffee, Mr. Mulligan?
What type of flavored lattes do you have, miss?
Oh, we don't have lattes, sir.
How about a cappuccino?
No.
Espresso?
Well, no, Mr. Mulligan, we don't have that, but I can get you cream and sugar with your coffee if you'd like.
That's quite all right. So, you're telling me there's nowhere in town to get a good cup of coffee?
Well, most people here say our coffee's pretty good.
Perhaps, but nothing compares to a warm macchiato on a crisp fall morning.
I'm sorry, a what?
A macchiato?
Mr. Mulligan, if you're looking for a coffee shop, we don't have one of those in this town.
Perfect.
Yet.
Yet? What do you mean by yet?
Well, Miss Case, she's planning on opening one up soon. As a matter of fact, she's getting ready for her grand opening.
Miss Case?
Karen Case. Justin here's Mom. She's going to call her new shop Karen's Cups and Kitty's Coffee Cafe.
That's quite a name. So, this isn't going to be a real coffee shop, just something locally owned?
No, yes, I mean, it's going to be locally owned, but it's going to have lattes and espressos and all those other things you mentioned.
Blast! Blast. It's a shame that it's not already up and running, or else I could get a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it should be open in a few days. Are you planning on staying in town?
Yes, I'm in here for some business.
Business? Mr. Mulligan, what kind of business could you be doing in this town?
Oh, right, that's right. I'm a part of a company called $1.
$1. Oh, that's right. I saw that on TV. Isn't it that coffee company with the green lady on the white cup?
Right.
What kind of business would Sun Dollar Coffee have here in this town?
Let's just call it market research.
Market research?
Mr. Mulligan, what are you researching for?
Oh, hey, well, would you look at the time? Well, it's been real nice chatting with you folks. That is what they call them in small towns, right? But I gotta be heading out. Oh, and where was that coffee shop opening up again?
3rd and Oak.
Ciao.
What?
Aren't you gonna say something?
About?
About having a hunch, about how suspicious he is, or something along those lines.
Who? Wait, you mean Sly? You mean Sly suspicious? So, okay. I pride myself on being a brilliant judge of character, and if there is anyone in this world that is not suspicious, it would have to be Sly. I mean, did you see how well put together he was?
A brilliant judge of character. Justin, last month you gave that guy that called about your cable bill, your bank information, your mother's maiden name, and your social security number.
Well, for my excuse, he sounded really legit.
Justin, you don't even have cable.
Justin, you really didn't think Mr. Mulligan was suspicious at all?
No, well, okay. To be honest, I was a little bit preoccupied thinking about another case I have right now, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Right. So you come up with anything yet?
Well, okay. I got this theory now. So I'm going to go and ask Henry if he'll let me mail myself. And then, once I'm inside of the postal bag, I'm going to have Henry lose the bag and then put out another reward for it. And hopefully it'll work that way.
I don't think that'll work, Justin.
I know, Peggy, I know. I was thinking about the postage cost too, and I know it'll be a little bit expensive, but I was thinking if I get one of the prepaid envelopes, you know.
Oh, hey, you
right?
two, I gotta get going. Somebody needs a tow. I'll see you later.
See you, Dean.
Oh, hey, Justin, if you let your mom know if she needs any help with her grand opening, just to let me know, okay?
Will do. You know, I should probably head back to the office. I gotta get to work on this case.
You want a refill on your coffee, Walter?
Sure. Thanks, Peggy.
Mm-hmm.
This case has gotten me stumped, unlike any other I've seen before. Across the past week, strange kind incidents have been happening all across the town, and nobody has come forth to put in any information as to who it might be. You know, right now, I'm clueless. And as a detective, it's not a good thing to be.
Come in.
Hey,
Hey.
why is it that every time I come in here, you've got your rubber band gun out?
No reason. No reason at all. You know, sometimes a detective just has to make sure that he's prepared.
If you say so.
You know, in spite of her name, Echo Moon has proven to be quite reliable these past few weeks. I've been using her a lot to get all my filing done. She's been very reliable, you know, like a golden retriever. A very reliable golden retriever. Without all the fur.
You weren't here all night working on the case, were you?
I didn't have a choice, Echo. I have to figure this out, okay?
Well, don't forget you need sleep too. Anyways, check this out. What do you think of this as a gift for your mom's grand opening?
Well, certainly is a gift. Didn't realize we were needing to get her gifts for this thing.
No, but I thought it would be a nice thing to do.
Alright, so then when is this party?
It's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah. Did you write your speech yet?
No. I'm supposed to be writing a speech?
Mr. Case, listen, I'll write something for you, okay? It would mean so much to your mom if you could say something, so please?
Okay, whatever. I just need to make sure I keep going over stuff for this case, alright?
Maybe I can help with that too.
Whoa! Okay, maybe not such a good idea. After all, I am the professional detective here. You are not.
Well, maybe all you need is a new perspective.
Alright.
Okay, I see you're up here and Peggy's up here twice. Mr. Case, why am I up here as a suspect?
Okay, I didn't want to rule out anyone as a suspect, okay?
So you think all of these people could be the anonymous giver?
The Ghastly Giver.
What?
The Ghastly Giver. That's what I've started calling him.
Okay.
You know, I felt like the anonymous person was too just general and vague. I needed something more mysterious and spooky.
Okay, but Ghastly Giver sounds spooky. This person is doing stuff to help people.
Well, yeah, but it has to sound mysterious and, unnerving.
Whatever you say, you're the professional detective here.
Yes, exactly.
You want me to get that?
No, I got it. Case Detective Agencies, just in case, the professional detective speaking, how can I help you?
Yeah, hey, Justin, this is Dean.
Oh, hey, Dean, alright, what you got for me?
Well, yeah, hey, Justin, I was wondering if maybe a footprint might be useful for you in your investigation.
Got a footprint from the Ghastly Giver?
The what?
Nothing, never mind. Where are you at right now?
Oh, I'm down at Lou's Diner.
Alright, perfect. I'll head on down there, I'll see you soon, Dean.
Alright.
Thank you for the tip.
A footprint isn't a solid piece of evidence, but I was desperate. I was grasping at straws like a Dutch Bros barista who's running low. I had to get something in this case, and this may be the closest thing I got, even if all it told me is what shoe size Lou wears.
Alright, Echo, I've got to head back over to Lou's. Finally found the piece of evidence that might help me crack this case once and for all.
Alright, just don't forget about your mom's party tomorrow.
Echo, if there's something I don't do, it's forget things.
Mr. Case, aren't you forgetting something?
Echo, I was just coming back for those. Alright, thank you.
Of course, sir.
Walter, I'll get your coffee here in a second, hon.
Thanks, Peggy.
And so that's when I decided to check the back alleyway.
Well, the footprint definitely has to be about men's size 6 boot, I think.
If you say so, you're the detective.
I know.
Anything else,
No.
Walter?
No, I think I'm good, thanks.
Justin, did Dean tell you about what happened?
Well, I told him about the walkway being shoveled.
Alright, well, so on my entire drive to work this morning, I was thinking, I'm gonna have to shovel the walkway of all the snow when I get there. And then I got here, and it was completely shoveled. All the snow was gone.
Another anonymous act in a long line of these anonymous acts. It was beginning to feel like the only cow in a rubber chicken factory. Something just wasn't fitting in. I had to get to the bottom of this before, well, I'm not really sure what before, but I had to do it fast.
So, did you see anyone?
Not at all. When I arrived, the shovel was just up against the diner, and the walkway was cleared of all the snow. Justin, I don't know who this person is, but they sure are doing a lot of nice things for the people of this town.
Yeah, when Peggy told me about what had happened, I figured I'd go take a look and see if I could see anything. And sure enough, That's when I saw that footprint in the snow that I told you about.
Do you think it could be from the person doing these things, Justin?
I mean, certainly is a possibility.
Mr. Mulligan, right?
Yeah, that's me, Sylvester Mulligan. Yep, that's what people call me. Well, the people who know me call me Sly, because that's who I am, Sly. My mama calls me Sly, and my daddy calls me Sly, and my wee baby sister calls me Sly. I guess that's what I am.
Are you all right, Mr. Mulligan?
Yeah, why? What have you heard?
You seem really wired or something.
Well, I may have had a few too many cups of coffee.
Too many cups of coffee? Why?
That new coffee place that opened up, or that's supposed to be opening up tomorrow, rather. Well, I went over there, right? And, well, Karen's Cups and Kittens Coffee Cafe. Let me tell you, that lady is the nicest lady ever. And let me tell you about her lattes.
She made you a latte.
She made me a latte of lattes, 12 to be exact.
Sly, my mother made you 12 lattes?
Oh, she sure did. What a saint, that lady.
But her coffee shop's not even open yet.
Oh, I know. I mean, she's getting ready for her opening celebration tomorrow.
Well, sure, but why did she give you so many lattes?
Well, I asked her which one of her lattes was going to taste the best, right? Well, and she said she wasn't sure, and so she needed someone to taste test them and tell her which one was the best.
Did she make you pay for all these lattes?
Oh, no. She said that there had been all these nice things happening, well, all over town, and she wanted, well, the coffees to me to be a gift from one coffee connoisseur to another.
Are you going to be okay, though, Mr. Mulligan? That was a lot of caffeine.
Great. I'm great. I just think maybe, like, I need to go on, like, a walk or something, and then maybe I'll walk around town, and then I'll do it again, and again, and again.
You be careful, Mr. Mulligan.
And again. Oh!
Boy, when that caffeine wears off, he is going to crash.
I know, right?
He is gonna crash, that is for sure.
Wait a minute. Crash, I got it.
Got what?
Okay. I know how to solve the case.
What case?
The Ghastly Giver case, of course, Peggy.
Oh, right. So how are you gonna solve it?
Okay, you guys remember how this all started, right? It was with the woman getting pulled from her car at the last second before it fell in the river, right?
I thought it started with the girl's cat being found.
Okay, yes,
Or
but...
the money showing up for my tow truck repair.
Yes.
Or
that-
the bag from the post office.
Okay, yes, but before all of that, after all of that, it started with the lady getting pulled from her car before it fell into the river.
Okay.
So, all I have to do is put myself in harm's way, and then our mystery man...
Or woman.
will come to my rescue.
Justin, are you sure that's a good idea?
Of course it wasn't a good idea. But good ideas seldom are. Wait a second. Okay, hold up. Peggy, say that to me again, but instead ask if it's a safe idea.
Sure?
Okay,
Justin, are you sure that's safe?
perfect. Of course it wasn't a safe idea, but good ideas seldom are. You know, being a detective, you have to learn to take risks to solve a case. Being a detective is a little bit like eating a bean-boozled jelly bean. You know, you might end up getting a bite of rotten egg, but if you don't take a bite, you don't get to play the game. And I had to take a bite to play this game. It's a chance that I'm gonna have to take if I want to solve this case, Peggy.
So, what do you have in mind, Justin?
All right, ready for this? So, first of all, I get some roller skates and I put them on and then I go down to the bus station.
I don't like where this is going.
All right, so then when I'm at the bus station, I hook my suspenders onto the back bumper of the bus so it looks like I got accidentally stuck, you know?
Justin, that only happens in the cartoons.
Well, it's gonna happen for real here. And so then, when it looks like I'm accidentally stuck and the bus takes off, then the Ghastly Giver will come and rescue me.
Justin, you're gonna get yourself killed.
No, I'm not, because the Ghastly Giver is gonna come and save me, and then I'll have him!
Or her.
Or her. But then I'll have them right where I want them.
Justin.
Shh, no. La, can't hear you. You have to do what you have to do to be a detective.
Dean?
Oh, I guess I better hurry, huh?
Yeah. I hope you can stop him.
Stop him? I'm not going to stop him. I'm going to try to catch it on video.
Dean?
I'm just kidding, but if I can't stop him, I'm going to get it on video.
All right, I'll want to see that. How you doing, Walter? Do you need anything?
No, I gotta go, Peggy. Here. Keep change.
All right,
I'll see you later.
Walter.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh, no. Oh,
I tell you, that might just be the hardest I have ever seen a human being hit a fire hydrant.
oh no. Okay, it's too late for me, guys. I think I'm a goner. I'm a goner.
Don't be ridiculous, Justin.
Ow, it's too late for me, guys.
Hey, guys. Oh my goodness, what happened?
Oh,
Oh,
just
gosh.
your typical case of boy meets fire hydrant.
Justin,
Oh no. Ah! Don't touch it there.
it might be broken.
Oh, yeah. I knew it. I'm a goner.
So did it work? Did he show up?
No.
Who?
You see, this was all part of Justin's plan to find out who was doing all the kind acts around town lately.
Of all the harebrained... Just in case, you could have been killed.
All for the sake of my craft, Officer Hayes. Gosh.
I know you've been working real hard on this case, and it means a lot to you. But I think it's time you let this one go.
Let it go? Officer, what do you mean?
Well, look, this mystery person has inspired the people of this town.
Inspired? How?
Over the past couple of days, think people have just been acting a little bit different. Someone was shoveling their neighbor's driveway. People were paying for the food for the next person in line. The biker gang was collecting toys to give to foster children. Huge amounts of food have come into the food bank. I've never seen anything like this. Whoever this mystery man is, he has inspired the whole town.
This really is something amazing.
I agree.
Something was becoming very clear to me. This Ghastly Giver character was clearly a criminal mastermind. He had somehow managed to convince the entire town that I should give up on the case. Well, what this Ghastly Giver didn't count on was the fact that I am just in case, private investigator extraordinaire. Trying to get me off a case is like trying to get solicitors to stop calling at dinner time. Sounds like a good idea, but it just can't be done.
Well, with all due respect, officer, I started this case. I'd like to see it through.
Suit yourself, detective.
You all right there, Detective Case? I saw what happened.
Yeah. You know, Walter, I suppose I'm all right, but my plan didn't really work out.
Well, maybe it just all happened so fast that whomever this person was didn't have time to come over and help out. I mean, I know I barely had time to get my phone out to video it.
Maybe so, Dean. Or maybe.
That's when it hit me. The Ghastly Giver knew that I was onto him. You know. And if that's the case, he's going to be trying to keep me from figuring out who he is. Well, I have my own ways around that. It's time for me to go undercover.
You know what? I think you guys are right. This Ghastly Giver character sure has just beaten me, Detective, just in case. So that's it for me. I'm done with the case. I'm going back to my office and never looking for the Ghastly Giver again. Oh gosh, okay. Nope, don't worry about me. I'm on my way, giving up the case. I'm done! Oh gosh, that hurts!
So, what do you think he's up to?
You just never know with him, Officer Hayes.
Well, Suppose I should keep an eye on him.
Would you, Hayes?
Somebody has to.
You two need anything?
Well, hey, why not? You want to join me for a bite to eat, Walter?
Oh, that sounds great.
Come on.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah, it's on me.
There comes a point in every detective's life when he must ask himself the difficult questions. I hadn't gotten to that point yet. I still had a case to solve. You know, I had not yet been able to figure out at all who had been doing these crazy actions around town. Well, but then I realized what I had to do. I had to go undercover.
Here we go. Here we go. They won't know. They won't know.
Mr. Case, what are you doing?
I'm going undercover.
Echo had discovered the truth of my disguise. You know, I suppose it was kind of naive of me to think I could keep it hidden from her for too long. And if there was anyone I could trust in this world, it was Echo Moon. Echo Moon? What kind of a name is that anyway?
And this is your disguise?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it isn't quite complete. Here. Voila! What do you think?
It's definitely different.
Oh, that's good. The last thing that I would want is for the Ghastly Giver to recognize me.
Well, there you go. How's your leg feeling?
My leg? It's a bit sore.
Sir, if I may suggest something, maybe you should take a break and get back to this case when you're not in a boot.
No broken leg is gonna stop just in case. No, I figure I should probably get back around town and see what I can figure out.
3.
Okay. Almost forgot. This is the speech I wrote for you for your mom's grand opening.
Speech?
Yeah, remember? She wanted you to give a speech?
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
I know, so I decided to go ahead and type one up for you.
Oh, well, hey, thank you.
It's more of a rough draft, really. Just tell me what you think.
Alright, well, let's see. Not everyone lives to see their dreams go beyond misty notions and become reality. I couldn't be more proud of my mother for following her dreams and making them come to life. Echo, she's just opening up a coffee shop. This sounds like she's been selected for a space program or something. What is this?
Mr. Case, this is her life's dream.
It is?
Your mom has wanted to open up a coffee shop since she was in high school.
Really?
Yes!
I had no idea.
She talks about it all the time. She came up with the name of the shop when she was in freshman year.
Yeah, that certainly does explain the name then.
Mr. Case!
I'm sorry.
It means a lot to her.
Well, You know, this is good, Echo. This is really good. Thank you.
You like it?
Yes, it's good. It's good.
Thank you, Mr. Case.
Alright, well, I guess I should probably get back to work then.
Okay. Me too. How's the investigation going?
I'm having to switch up my tactics, but I think I'll have the Ghastly Giver in no time.
I still don't feel like Ghastly Giver is a good name for someone who has helped so many people, Mr. Case.
Alright, well, Anonymous Do-Gooder or whatever then.
You still think all of these people are suspects?
Well, no, I've ruled out a few people.
Like me?
Yes, and like Dean.
So, you don't think Dean is the anonymous do-gooder?
No, he can't be. He just stood there and watched and videoed while I got basically hit by a bus.
Not because he was the one who initially gave you the case.
Well, yeah, and that too.
And he's the one who's given you most of your clues?
Oh, yeah.
And that's when it hit me. It was so simple, so obvious. Clearly, Dean had to be the Ghastly Giver. It was so obvious. I mean, he was the one that introduced the case to me. He was the only one that saw the footprint in the snow. He also must have planted fake money on his windshield to make himself look like he was innocent. No, but I saw through it. And now, all I have to do is catch Dean in action. And I've got my man.
Echo, I think I may have just solved my case, but I need to go out and get myself some proof.
Okay, so do you want me to type up a final draft of the speech for you?
Oh, yeah, sure, that would be great.
Okay.
That'd be great, that'd be
We
great.
can do that.
Alright, you just...
Mr. Case, do you need some help?
Echo, Actually, yeah, I could use a hand.
Okay, come on.
Alright, thank you. Alright.
I'll be with you in just a second, Justin.
All right, thank you, Peggy. Wait!
Justin! What are you doing dressed up like that?
Well, I'm going undercover.
Undercover?
Yeah. I'm going undercover so I can catch the Ghastly Giver.
Justin!
Don't call me Justin, you'll blow my identity.
Well, what am I supposed to call you?
Call me Mr. Smith.
Okay, Mr. Smith. Not like that's suspicious or anything.
Just promise me you won't give away my real identity until the end of the case, okay?
Okay, I promise. Now, what would you like, Mr. Smith?
I'm gonna get... well, you know, seeing as I ain't never been here before, what would you recommend, ma'am?
Well, you could always get the special.
No, Peggy, I don't like the special.
How would you know?
Last time I had it, I had terrible heartburn.
But Mr. Smith, I thought you've never been here before.
What? Oh! I mean, yeah, you are right about that. I have never been here before. And seeing as I've never been here before, I think I will be going with the special.
All right, one special coming up.
I don't want the special.
This is amazing. In just over 2 weeks, it's like our whole town has turned over a new leaf. It's like instead of trying to just look out for themselves, everybody is all of a sudden helping everybody else. It's almost like all it took was just for one person to do some acts of kindness, and now it's caught on and everybody's into it.
I'm sure whoever started this is just so pleased at the impact it's had on this town.
I'm sure they are.
Did you see how many toys they collected for the foster kids?
Man, no kidding. I thought it was going to take us all day to load all those. Yes.
All right, well, now, what's all this about?
Somebody secretly started doing all kinds of kind acts in town. Mr.
Smith! Name's Smith. I'm not from around here. I'm from, somewhere else.
Okay, Mr. Smith.
It was almost too obvious. Dean was making every mistake in the book. If I only thought he was the Ghastly Giver before, I was certain of it now. Now only to prove it. Maybe I could trick him into revealing it.
Alright, so who is this Ghastly Giver fellow then?
Ghastly Giver?
Mysterious person.
Darned if I know.
My first attempt to trick him had failed like a one-legged unicyclist. But not to worry, I'd get him to crack. I know ways of getting people to give me information without raising suspicions.
So, why'd you start helping people then?
Well, I guess I saw how much this person had done and how other people in town started getting into it, and I guess I just got excited to help out too.
Yeah, it seems like just about everybody in town has joined in, and they're finding new ways to help each other out all the time.
Yeah, I never seen such a thing.
Did you need something, Mr. Smith?
Nope, just heading back to my seat.
Okay, your food will be out shortly.
Oh, hey, check this out, Peggy.
That's quite a listing.
Sure is.
Well, I know, but there's just so many ways that we can help people out here in town.
Don't get me wrong, I think it's great, but there isn't that much time before Thanksgiving.
Well, I know, that's why I thought maybe you'd be able to help us spread the word. I mean, you know just about everybody in town. You'd be perfect.
Well, I'd be happy to help out in any way I can.
Thanks, Peggy. I knew I could count on you.
I'll be right back with your food, Mr. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
The Ghastly Giver was about to unleash his master plan, and he was using the unsuspecting and innocent townspeople such as Walter and Peggy as his pawns. My only question I had was, what was on that list? And who was he going to go after next? Wait, no, that's 2 questions. Okay, my only 2 questions are, what was on that list, and who is he going to go after next? And how am I supposed to stop him? Oh, wait, that's 3 questions. Okay, my only 3 questions are, what was on that list, how am I going to stop him, and who is he going to go after next? This case was going to take some serious detectiving work. I had to get my hands on that list.
Here you go, Mr. Smith. Is there anything else I can get you?
Yeah, actually. Could I get that ketchup bottle?
Oh, you already have ketchup on your table, hon.
Yeah, but I want that one.
Sure?
Oh!
Are you all right, Miss Peggy?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Hayes. It's just that this one tried to reach into my pocket.
Trying to reach into a woman's pocket.
Wait, no, actual officer.
What's the big idea?
Well,
Officer,
Detective-
actually.
Trying to go after her tip money, huh?
Whoa, officer, it's not like
Well,
that,
now.
I swear.
I
It's not
think
like
we ought to take a trip down to the station and have a conversation about how to treat a lady.
Oh, no, officer, that's not
All right,
necessary.
then.
That's not necessary, sir. I swear.
Mr. Case, what is going on here?
Justin?
Wait a second. I thought that was you.
Detective Case, what is going on here?
Well,
He's undercover. He's still trying to figure out who's behind the anonymous acts of kindness.
I should have known.
My cover had been blown wide open like a screen door in a hurricane. But I wasn't going to give up this case just yet. I could still save the investigation. I just had to get Dean to admit to being the Ghastly Giver once and for all.
actually, Officer Hayes, I'm working on a different case right now.
Oh, a different case.
But you told me you were still working on the anonymous giver case.
No, because I've already solved that case. All right, admit it! You're the one that started all of this.
Okay, Detective Case. You got me.
What? What?
I'm the one. You figured it out. And I thought I'd done a great job of keeping it a secret.
Wait, you're the Ghastly Giver, Walter?
Well, I'm not a fan of the nickname, but yeah, I'm the one who started doing some acts of kindness a few weeks ago.
Wow, that's an amazing thing you started, Walter.
How did this all start, Walt?
Well, I was in church one Sunday and pastor was talking about how God had sent his one and only son to be our Savior. A big act of compassion on his part.
I remember that message. That was a really good one.
Oh, yeah, sure was. And I figured, if God could show us that much compassion, the least I could do was be a little helpful and show some compassion to the people around me.
So you helped the little girl by finding her cat.
Yeah, but I didn't want any attention, and I definitely wanted her to keep $50, so I just kept it a secret.
Oh, that was so sweet of you. And the money for my truck repairs.
Well, I was in here one day and heard you talking to Peggy about the work you needed done on your truck, so I just decided to help out.
I sure appreciated that.
I know you did, and it just felt so good to be helping people that I kept stumbling into new ways to show compassion to people I didn't even know.
Well, I tell you what, Walter, your little acts of compassion sure spread around this town like wildfire. Seems like everybody's helping everyone. And it all started with one small act of compassion.
No, Officer Hayes, I must correct you. It started with one huge act of compassion when God sent Jesus to be our Savior.
Well, okay, so what was that list that you and Peggy were looking at then?
What? That? Well, that is a list of people in town who can't afford to have a nice Thanksgiving meal. We were taking up donations, and we were going to have a great big Thanksgiving meal right here at Lou's.
I mean, of course, yeah.
Well, Detective, I don't know how you figured it out that it was me, but good job, Mr. Case.
Well, I'm a detective, Walter. It's what I do. I solved the case? I mean, of course I solved the case. I'm a detective. That's what we do. We solve cases. And no detective solves cases quite as well as I do. Just in case, private investigator extraordinaire.
Well, Mr. Case, we better be going. You don't want to be late for your mom's party.
Oh, that is true. All right, let's get going, Echo.
Do you need help?
Actually, yeah, probably.
Yeah, come on. Come here. Yeah.
I guess we better get going too, huh?
Let's do it. I could use some more coffee.
I know, right?
Yeah, let's go.
I'll see you over
Let's
there.
go to that grand opening.